Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our week 7 of our marine protection of marine environment. First, we are in our midterm topics. First, our topic is the documents required by the annexes. So, it is the relevant entries in the logbook and other documents. So, for our learning objectives, we need to determine the different documents required by the annexes inspected by the different state control organizations and apply it entries required in the approved records books and other documents as required by different annexes and its proper application. So first we have the annex 1 surveys and certification. So for the regulation 6 surveys, every oil tankers from 150 gross tonnage and above, and any other every ship of 400 gross tonnage and above shall be subject to surveys. First, the initial survey. So, initial for a newly built vessel, kailangan siya magkaroon ng initial survey and it is renew kapag nag-expired na yung survey na yon, mayroon siyang certain time or kung kailan siya i-renew. So bibigyan kayo ng renewal ng port state control kung kailan yung validity ng pag-survey nila. So meron siyang renewal survey din. Then meron din intermediate survey. For example, yung na-release sa inyong papel is parang hindi. Kanyari mo, no, nag-survey yung port state sa barko nyo, tapos napansin nila na parang ito kailangan tong ma-mitigate, kailangan nyo tong ma-rectify agad yung observation namin, so kailangan magkaroon ng intermediate survey pa. So, meron din tayong annual survey, meron tayong yearly na ini-inspect sa ating vessel, and meron din tayong additional survey for our investigative. No? So, kung meron silang nakita na nuances sa operation nyo on board, so meron silang kailangan na additional survey. So, an initial survey before this ship is put into service or before certificate required under the Regulation 5. So, of this annex is issued for the first time in which shall include a complete survey of its structure. So, equipment, systems, and fittings, and arrangement of material, and so far as the ship is covered by this annex. So, this survey shall be such as to ensure that this structure is structure ng vessel natin, equipment ng vessel natin, yung sistema, yung fittings, yung arrangement, and material fully comply with the applicable requirements of the annex. So, kung nagko-comply ba yung vessel natin, and if the annual survey naman, it intervals the specified by the administration, but not exceeding in 5 years. So, except for the Regulation 8, open and close parenthesis 2, and open close parenthesis 5, 6, and 7 for this annex is applicable. So, the renewal survey shall be such as to ensure that the structure, equipment, system, and fittings arrangement are fully complied with the applicable requirements of this annex. So, the intermediate survey naman, there have a 3 months before or after the second anniversary date or within the 3 months before and after the third anniversary date of the certificate, which shall take place of one of the annual surveys. So, it's specified in a paragraph 1 dash D or open and close parenthesis D, this regulation for the intermediate survey shall be such as to ensure that the equipment and the associated pump and pipings, no, yung pump and pipings natin on board, system including the oil discharge, monitoring and control system, crude oil washing systems, and oily water separating equipment and oil fitting systems are fully complied with the applicable requirements of the annex and are in good condition. Kung gumagana ba siya, such as the intermediate surveys shall be endorsed on the certificate issued under the Regulation 5 or 6 of this annex. So, ano ba yung napapaloob sa Annex 6? So, first, it ensure the necessary survey shall be complied. Kung nag-comply ba yung vessel. Then, enforcement by the administration or nominated surveyor. So, if it is enforced by the administration or yung mga surveyor natin, and if the surveyor is responsible for the competency of the inspected ship. So, kung yung surveyor ba ay sumusunod dun sa batas ng bago mag-release ng certificate if the ship being inspected are complying with the regulations. So, conditions of the ship shall be maintained to comply the requirements through the surveys, and no changes shall be made in the sanction of the administration. So, when an accident occur, the master shall report to the administration earliest opportunity. So, every time there will be an accident, it must be ma-rectify kagad and ma-report kagad ni master through the administration in the very first things, no? So, what is under Regulation 7 naman? So, under Regulation 7, it is issued or endorsement of certificate. So, issuance of the International Oil Pollution Prevention Certificate or IOPP. No? Ito yung IOPP na tinatawag natin with regards sa oil pollution. So, certificate shall be issued by the organization or duly authorized by the administration. So, this one is the example of the certificate issued by the IOPP. So, kung meron tayong issuance ng certificate, meron ding other government, no? The authority given by the administration to the government or partly may issue by the IOPP. So, sometimes it is only solely issued by the IOPP, but meron ding part yung government na mag-i-issue sila, but it is also included by the IOPP. So, it is sent by the administration, and the validity of the certificate issued by the government is the same as the administration. So, the same lang sila ng validity, and for the international or IOPP certificate shall be issued by the ship which is entitled by the flag or state which is not a party, no? So, ang mag-i-issue niyan, it is entitled kung saan flag of a state naka-registered yung isang vessel or yung vessel nyo. No, so for the fourth state control or operational requirements under the Regulation 10, so another party can inspect the ship concerning for the operation requirements can be done, and also the party shall be ensured that the compliance of the ship parties limits and obligation can supersede by the administration. So, under this, no, yung compliance ng vessel natin can be the solely obligation or yung responsible is nasa administration. So, form of certificate, so the IOPP may comply or based on the administration requirements. So, yung form of certificate ay yung one example natin na ini-issue ng ating IOPP. So, and the validity of the certificate, meron din tayong different regulation or different organization. So, for the International Oil Pollution Prevention Certificate, it was issued specified by the administration and not exceed 5 years. Sabi nga natin nakaraan, meron lang siyang validity. And the circumstances or the requirements extension, kung pwede pang extend yung certificate natin or yung validity ng certificate natin, it is based on the regulations stipulated for the validity. So, it is, again, magfo-fall siya sa administration if it is stated on the validity kung meron siya extension or wala. So, under Regulation 17 for the oil record book, no? So, Regulation 17, nagfo-fall siya sa oil record book. So, oil record book, makikita natin to sa machinery spaces. So, syempre, hindi naman tayo gagamit ng most instances na ginagamit natin ng oil record book sa machinery spaces. So, saan ba nagkakaroon ng oil record book? It is every on oil tanker in which 150 gross tonnage and above. So, nagpa-fall din yung 400 gross tonnage above na vessel. And also, the record book shall be completed after each operation. So, oil record book, magre-record ka initial state ng oil mo, then after operation, i-record mo din siya. So, what is the content of this operation? Ano ba yung nakakasulat? So, first, ballasting and cleaning of fuel tanks. No, naka-record yan. Initial, date, time, and the amount. So, discharge of dirty ballast or cleaning water of fuel tanks. Again, naka-record din. Collection and disposal of oil residue. You need to put it down on the oil record book. And overboard discharge of bilge water. Yung mga water natin sa bilges, no? Yung mga nire-release natin sa ocean, naka-record yan. And during the bunkering and fuel or bulk lubricating oil, no? So bunkering, ito yung kapag nag-load tayo ng oil sa ating vessel para tumakbo yung vessel natin, no? So para lang tayo nagpapakarga ng gasolina, no, yung sasakyan natin. So in terms of vessel, we use the word bunkering. So, its entry shall be logged during the events. No, ito yung example ng oil record book natin of accidental discharge. Each operation shall be recorded without delay. No, kailangan importante diyan na masulat kung anong oras yung at anong araw. Bakit? Kasi what if magkaroon ng oil pollution? So, isang pagbabasihan diyan or hindi naman witness eh. So kasi hindi mo pwede sabihin sa kanila na ganitong oras, nasan yung basis mo? So dapat may basis ka and meron kang papakitang proof. So yung pinaka-proof mo, the logbook. Okay? So failure of filtering equipment shall be logged and oil record book shall be readily available for inspection. No? I-check yan. So kung hindi kayo nagsusulat or hindi siya it is not being stipulated, then hindi kayo mabibigyan ng certificate. Pag hindi kayo nabigyan ng certificate, hindi makakapag loading or discharging yung vessel nyo kasi kulang kayo ng certification. So, ganun kahalaga yung certification natin. So, administration may request an authentic copy of records for proceedings and the guides for logging in a old record book. Ano ba yung mga guides natin? So, first, hindi tayo basta-basta naglalag and we should have a guide sa Intertanko. It is created for a guide for writing the proper logging and necessary entries in compliance with the regulations. So, parang ano siya, guidelines or procedure on how we put the specific details on the oil record book. Ano ba yung mauuna? Date ba? Mauuna ba yung time? Or mauuna ba yung amount na ating nilagay na details sa oil record book? So we need to follow the procedure of the Intertanko. No? So it is a guide, step-by-step guide for the oil record book, and it is released by the IMO or NEPC for the guidelines of the oil record book. So that is for the Annex 1. So for the Annex 2, for the surveys and certification, so if we have a oil record book, meron naman tayong cargo record book. So, sa Annex 1, di ba, nagpo-fall siya sa kategory ng oil pollution. So, sa Annex 2, nagpo-fall tayo sa noxious liquid substances in bulk. So, in bulk, so, again, magkakaroon naman tayo dapat ng cargo record book. So, it is required by the Annex 2 of Regulation 15. So, Type 1, a chemical cargo intended for the transportation of products considered to prevent or to present the greatest overall hazard. So the quantity of cargo required to be carried in a Type 1 ship should not exceed in 1,250 cubic meter in one tank. So in Type 2, it is intended to transport products with the appreciably severe environmental and safety hazards in which require significant preventive measures. So to preclude escape of such cargo, the quantity of the cargo required to carry in a Type 2 should not exceed in 3,000 cubic meters in any one tank. So, in Type 3 naman, so meron tayong tatlong klase noon. Type 3, it is a chemical intended to transport products with a sufficiently severe environmental and safety hazards. So, these products require a moderate degree of containment to increase survival capability in a damaged condition. And there is no filing restriction for the chemicals assigned to ship for Type 3. No, so that is the three types for the cargo record book. So, entries, no, isusulat natin siya into English, French, Spanish, or national language of the flag state. So, kung saan naka-registered or saan yung flag state ng vessel nyo. So, and it is must be retained for 3 years for the last entry, and copies must be a competent authorized by the PSA or FSI, and same will be the required master certify as true. So, if the cargo record book entries, no, an NLS or noxious liquid substances is loaded, or noxious liquid substances is transferred between tanks or of a ship, no? So, ito yung basis natin kung ano yung mga i-record natin. So, first, we need to record if yung NLS natin is loaded. So, ito yung mga entries. Kailangan natin i-record if between tanks on ship, if it is unloaded from tank, if the last carried of NLS is pre-wash under this part. So, the carried on NLS cargo is washed except where the reported paragraph of A section and clean and ventilated. So, washing from tank carried by NLS cargo are discharged at sea, and the tanks of carried of NLS cargo are ballasted. Ballast cargo in discharge of sea cargo tank that carried our NLS, and the NLS cargo residue is discharged by sea accident or except as allowed by this part. So, yun yung mga i-record natin or entries natin for the cargo record book. So, the person in charge of this ship shall ensure that the cargo record book is on board and readily available for inspection and copying by the Coast Guard. And when the ship is in the U.S. ship in the waters or foreign country whose administration is signatory for the MARPOL 73-78. So, the authorities of the country and each officer charged of the operation listed under the paragraph A of this section, each surveyor observing an operation in this requires the presence of the surveyor and shall attest, no, mag-a-attest siya or susumpa siya or tawag dito, ano nga ba attest sa Tagalog? Magte-testify, no? Parang gano'n. To the accuracy and the completeness of each cargo book concerning for the operations by signing after each entry. So, after all the entries of the page cargo record book are completed, each cargo ship agrees with the entries in the person charge of the ship shall sign for the bottom of the page. So, ship owner or operator shall ensure that each cargo is retained on board for at least 3 years, and after that entry, each discharge recording required by a 153 is retained on board of the ship at least 3 years. So, again, no, meron din tayong surveyor present during the operation, and this part requires the presence of the surveyor. And the NLS cargo is transferred from cargo pump room, bilges transferred to the incinerator, waiver issued by the ship owner and operator of the person of these parts, and for the NLS residue is measured of the 153 and 1120 grams, and also recording equipment if it is failed. So for Annex 3 naman, meron naman tayo for prevention of harmful substances. So for this Annex 3, first, ang pinaka-importante dyan is yung documentation. So in all documents relating for the carriage of the harmful substances by sea in which substances are named, no, and the current technical name, each substance shall be used and substance further identified by the marine pollutant. So the shipping documents supplied by the shipper shall include the accompanied of certificate or the declaration of shipment offered by the carried, properly packaged and marked, labeled, or placarded as appropriate in order for the condition carriage to be minimize the hazard to the marine environment. So, dapat identified siya at hindi na kailangan buksan, no? Makita na sa labas kung ano yung identity ng isang package, no? Or ng isang uh, harmful substances. So, copies of such documents shall also retained on shore by the owner of each ship's representative until the harmful substances are unloaded. A copy of this document shall be made available before the departure to the person or organization designated by the Port State Authority. So, Port State Control naman, where are clear grounds for believing that the master or crew are not familiar with the essential shipboard procedures relating for the prevention of pollution by harmful substances, the party shall take such a step to ensure that the ship shall not sail until the situation has been brought to order. So si Port State Control, siya yung nag-ensure na yung vessel or the crew itself are capable for maintaining the vessel. No, kung hindi siya pasado, then hindi siya pwedeng maglayag, no? So ganun kahalaga yung certification on board, and if it is not released or hindi kayo nabigyan ng certificate through inspection, hindi makakabiyahe. Kung hindi makakabiyahe yung vessel nyo, no, walang sahod walang makukuhang income yung mga businessmen, no, yung mga charterers. So kapag ganon, may tendency na ma-delay din yung sahod nyo. So syempre, the performance of the crew depends, the certificate of the vessel depends also for the performance of the crew. So ganun kahalaga yon, and ganun kalaki yung mawawala kapag hindi kayo nabigyan ng certificate. So for the Annex 4 Sewage Pollution Prevention, no? So Annex 4 na tayo. So dumaan tayo sa Annex 1, 2, 3, and we are in the 4, Sewage Pollution Prevention. So we need to take note that the certificate shall cease if the relevant surveys are not completed, if the certificate is not endorsed upon the transfer of the ship to the flag of another state. So the ISPPC, which is the International Sewage Pollution Prevention Certificate, after this initial renewal survey by the administration or organization, it must be duly authorized by it a period not exceeding of 5 years. So again, each annexes, meron tayong certificate required na kailangan nating maipasa. So for the remarks for the Annex 4 for the sewage, some ports, or particularly for the members of the MOU, no, in Paris. So MOU stands for Memorandum of Understanding on Port State Control. Now, it is required to have a advance warning of waste to dispose of. So dapat meron kayong warning agad bago kayo magdi-dispose, such as the waste includes oil, chemical, ballast, or even the sewage and garbage. The method of this reporting is to send a company form, such as the SAF 13, to the agents prior to the arrival. So note that this form may be required even if no waste to be landed. The local agent is to ask to confirm accordingly and click where the waste delivery receipt form. So whether you have a waste to discharge or not, you need to complete the form, no, para there's a documentation, no. Hindi pwede yung verbal lang. Kailangan lagi tayo merong documentation and it is being noted. So under the Port State Control and Operational Requirements, so it refers to the procedures of Port State Control Resolution as amended in this resolution. So if the master or crew are not familiar with the essential shipboard procedures preventing pollutions by sewage, and all should not be done to ensure that situation brought to order. So if the equipment is broken or missing, or the ship is suffered for the damages of fruit, port authorities must be informed accordingly and ready-miss that the grit or the flag stage is not, the ship is not be detained. So again, if your vessel or if the crew is not capable of performing their duties and their responsibilities on the vessel, your vessel are not capable of sailing. So dito tayo sa Port State Control. No, a ship can subject to the inspection of officers duly authorized by the party. Detention of the ship is not in compliance. Special rules of inspection ships limits the rights and obligations of a party. So, pagdating naman sa mga kasama din sa mga inspection, no, yung mga chine-check ng ating mga port state control is yung placards management, plans, ano ba yung plano nyo in case magkaroon ng oil spill, magkaroon ng accidental discharge, and also they check the records. So first, placards. So in every ship, there's a 12 nautical miles or more in length. Overall shall post a placard. So dapat makita to sa vessel nyo in a working language of the ship's crew. So kapag ang crew nyo ay multinational, it must be English. So if yung crew nyo ay purely French, must be French or Spanish. So if there's a one crew na hindi marunong magsalita ng native language, then you can call your vessel a multinational. No? So kung purely lahat Pilipino, ibig sabihin gagamit kayo ng salitang Pilipino. But again, nakalagay doon na the working language must be in English form. So, under Annex 5 na tayo, no? Hindi ko nalagay yung Annex 5. But this is Annex 5, which is pollution prevention on garbage. So, garbage management plan. Dapat meron din tayo yan on board. And it is for the ships for 100 gross tonnage and above, in which carrying 15 persons and above also, must provide a written procedures on the garbage management plan and designated persons in charge and based on the guidelines developed by the organization. And we should have also a garbage record book. So, sino-sino po ba ang kailangan na merong garbage record book? It is for the ships, 400 gross tonnage and above, in which it is certified that the total number of crew is 15 and 15 or more. And if it is a floating platform, should be provided with the garbage record book. So the garbage record book shall kept on board of the ship and fixed on the floating platform in such a place as to be readily available for inspection at all times, and must be reasonable times. This document shall be preserved for at least period of at least 2 years, 2 taon. And from the date of the last entry made it. So, in the event of any discharge or accidental discharge, no, yung mga hindi natin inaasahan na pagtapo ng garbage, we should refer to the Regulation 7 of this annex, and entry must be made in the garbage record book, or in case of any ship less than 400 gross tonnage, an entry shall be made in the ship's official logbook. So, dalawa. Garbage record book then must be also included in the official logbook of the location circumstances, kung saan siya natapon, kung saan siya na accidental discharge. And sabihin nyo kung ano yung reasons of discharge, bakit nangyari yon, and you need to make it fully detailed. And the reasonable precaution and what is your action to minimize the discharge or para maiwasan nyo or ano yung tinake action nyo. No? So, kailangan fully detailed kung ano yung action na ginawa nyo. And for the garbage record book shall kept on board, and it must have also a English or any language that must be used, but at least it must be in English or French or Spanish. And records must be available, and again, take note, it is only 2 years per record. So, exemption of the garbage record book, the administration may waive, ibig sabihin may exempt of the requirements of the garbage record book. First, if it is any ship engaged of voyages at least 1 hour or less in the duration, or certified carry 15 or more persons. So, or if it is a fixed or floating platforms. So, for the discharge provision revised by the MARPOL 5, simplified overview of discharge of the MARPOL Annex 5 will be forced into January 2023 2013 must be developed by the IMO and presented here below. So it is the table na meron tayo fina-follow under the IMO.